You got it? Yeah, that's all right.
How good are they? Nice colour.
Oh, no.
Look.
Yeah.
The table. We just spent the What is that? Oh my god! I spent Matt like 2 months ago, so it was like swear, and he like he wouldn't do money.
Yeah, so you have to stay there.
You old dog.
Hello, mate.
I still don't know when you're lying. But I knew it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Well, I'm not going to say congratulations.
Where's the other fella?
Which one? Not here yet.
Matt. He's probably got a quick one in before he got here. Stopped halfway.
Relieving the tension.
Where's the wife?
She's talking to Dan's wife.
Dan's.
Oh, okay.
Dan's missus.
Yeah.
Big day, eh? No wonder you need 4 days.
Oh, that's tomorrow. That's
3 days
tomorrow.
of sweating.
Tomorrow's drinking from about 11. 8 kegs of beer.
No, but you need 3 days of sweating it out.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm Dan.
Mason.
Good to meet you, man.
BJ.
Hey, buddy. I'm Dan. Good to meet you, mate.
It's my brother Scott.
Hi.
Got Matthias, Simon and Dan. Work with these fellas.
This is the Scott.
This is the Scott.
I hear the Scott stories, but I never know the Scott.
All good.
Attention everybody, I'd like to welcome you here to the surprise wedding of Karl and Anda. Could you make your way down to the lawn?
Sorry, mate.
All right,
Who's
so
turning
for
that
those
off?
of you who haven't figured it out already, this is actually a surprise wedding for Karl and Anda. Surprise for them, I bet.
Shotgun. Don't go too far. Thanks, mate.
All yours, mate.
Alright, let's get this done. Shall we stand closer?
We're gathered here today to witness the marriage of Karl and Anda. We are not here to mark the start of a relationship, however. We're here to recognise a bond that already exists. Karl and Anda have spent the last 4 and a bit years together, so we have come together to bear witness to the bond that has grown between them. Today, they will affirm this bond, formally and publicly. But this affirmation of love would be empty if they could not share it with their most beloved family and friends. Karl and Anda hope they can mark their transition to husband and wife, not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but by also celebrating the love between all of us, including the love of their parents, children, siblings, extended family, and dear friends. Without that love, today would be far less joyous. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Now let's play a little bit of a game of Guess Who. Now you're all standing still, because I forgot to tell you to sit down, but that's okay. Stay standing. For those of you that rocked up here today, none the wiser, and honestly believe that you're attending an engagement party, can you sit down? Or kind of squat if you're already standing up.
Not many.
Now, for those of you...
Crouch down.
Crouch down for those that are standing. For those of you that Karl and Anda told personally that they were getting married today, can you please sit down? There's a few. Okay.
Duck's still standing.
Well done, Jeannie.
Jeannie knew.
Okay, so for those of you left standing,
need to
which
touch
is
this
most of the room, which is fabulous.
Is it okay?
Who would like to share a story? Just shout out to the crowd about when and where, or when and why you thought that this might actually be a wedding rather than an engagement party.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Karen?
Or were they such good
No.
secret squirrels
Karen.
that... Oh,
There might have been the W word dropped.
I did.
Just
I
once.
did, and I choked over it. I did.
And I let it ride, but
Nat didn't.
Daniel, didn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Lemmy.
so a few W words dropped. Anything else?
Told you at the pub.
Apparently they ran a book at the cricket club.
They rented.
No, ran a book.
Oh, they ran a book at the cricket club. Okay.
Who won? Anyone win? Who won?
All right. Anyone else have something to say that they'd like to share with us? So it seems like they're pretty
Kel?
good secret squirrels. Yeah.
Oh.
At work yesterday, Andy told me she was single for one more day.
Aha.
Oh, did you now?
Not.
Did you now?
Sheesh. I didn't even know I spilt that.
Fantastic. Okay.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Fall off the back here. Okay, so everyone can sit down if you haven't already done so. And those of you left standing at the back, that's fine. So all of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short and others are long. Some are yet unwritten while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. I think everybody here today agrees that life is not always certain and it can be filled with many maybes. Maybe we are supposed to meet the wrong people before getting the right one, so that when we finally meet the right person, we will know how to be grateful for that gift. Maybe it is true that we don't know what we have got until we lose it. But it is also true that we don't know what we've been missing until it arrives. Maybe the happiest of people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the most of everything that comes their way. Maybe the best kind of love is the kind you can sit on a sofa together, never say a word, and then walking away feeling like it was the best conversation you've ever had.
6 p.m.
Maybe you shouldn't go for looks. They can deceive. Don't go for wealth. Even that fades away.
Thanks, Link.
Go for someone that makes you smile, because it takes only a smile to make a dark day seem bright. Maybe you should hope for enough happiness to make you sweet, enough trials to make you strong, enough sorrow to keep you human, and enough hope to make you happy. Maybe love is not about finding the perfect person. It's about learning to see an imperfect person may be perfect for you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Karl sees Ander and Ander sees Karl. Imperfect perfection, meant to be from the very first meeting at the Elephant and Wheelbarrow pub back in August 2013.
At least it wasn't the slug and lettuce.
Now, Karl will tell you it was the 11th of August as they met after midnight, but Ander said she Facebook searched and the date was in fact the 10th of August. And either way, they were there to see a mutual friend play in his band because they both have a love of live music. And that band was Transit, the duo who are entertaining you here today.
Thanks, Transit.
Their first date was at a cafe in Mawson Lakes. A coffee date with a person that doesn't like coffee. And Ander still thinks that's odd. They talked for ages, they went for a walk, they were playful, they made jokes, and they were mischievous. It was a sign of things to come. Having fun together. The attitude of, we could get into trouble doing this. Let's do it anyway. Is what keeps their relationship vibrant and alive. Ander fondly remembers some small gestures early on in their relationship that made her smitten with Karl. Things such as Karl meeting her late one evening after she had been on a girls' night out and he had been playing cricket all day. Like what man meets you at a pub after midnight? And Karl standing in the gutter to kiss her so she would be comfortable with their height difference. She also knew that her dad liked him, which was a huge deal.
Still?
Still the case? Ander describes Karl as a loyal, loving, hard-working, selfless, funny and supportive individual who will walk to the end of the earth for those who he loves. She imagined getting married to Karl a year or so into their relationship, and then, when the proposal unfolded, as the sun set over cocktails in a funky little restaurant in Vietnam after they'd spent an amazing day exploring, she freaked out and changed the subject. It wasn't until they visited a jewellery workshop that employs adults with disabilities, teaching them a trade with the profits of sales going back to the charity, that Ander felt truly calm and realised that the man who loved her unconditionally wanted to marry her. And then they found the ring. Ander sees Karl as the other part of her soul, and she can't wait to travel and adventure more, exposing their kids to new experiences and seeing what type of adults they become, but most of all just continuing to have fun. Karl was bitten by Ander's infectious manner the moment he met her. Within 3 to 4 months of their relationship, he knew that she was someone that he did not want to let go. Mentally, he had been planning to propose for almost a year before everything unfolded in Vietnam. He had even spent 3 months researching engagement rings, spent a few hours with jewellery makers, and sussed out jewellery stores to visit in Vietnam. I want a guy like that. Sorry, hubby. He just loves Ander's love for life and her ability to open his eyes and make him a better man. Karl describes Ander as a convivial, courageous, loving, beautiful and trustworthy. But most of all, fun. There's a theme here, folks. Fun. If she's not slapping a spatula onto his forehead to see what sound it makes, she's putting her feet in his face when he's trying to relax, or squishing strawberries in his face when he's trying to work. And that's Ander.
Just sharing.
And he loves her. Karl and Ander, marriage is much more than your signatures on a legal contract. You're promising in front of all these people today, people that you love, that you want to be with each other for the rest of your lives. You are also promising to be a family with your children, BJ, Olivia, Bethany and Mason, the stars of the wedding party. Your relationship already has all the necessary components for success, but to maintain it, you must remember what is important in your relationship and why you're making this commitment to one another today. Most people get married believing the myth that marriage is a beautiful box full of all the things they have longed for: companionship, intimacy, friendship. The truth is that marriage at the start is an empty box. You must put something in before you can take anything out. There is no love in marriage, love is in people, and people put love in marriage. There is no romance in marriage, you have to infuse it in your marriage. A couple must learn the art and form the habit of giving, loving, serving and praising, and keeping the box full. If you take out more than you put in, the box will be empty. So Karl and Anda, I invite you to fill your box with promises today and pledge to keep your box full as you continue to grow into your relationship and marriage. Your future is a yet-to-be-discovered adventure. Enjoy its different directions and its choices. Know that you are there for each other regardless of what may be ahead. Today you marry your soulmate, your one true love. Karl and Anda, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union between two people
Woo!
to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into life. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the very first time I've been honoured to say the new monitum as part of the marriage law changes.
You got my tissue?
Yeah.
How very exciting. Love is love, and
Love
now
is love.
anyone can get married. Isn't it wonderful? Karl and Anda, you have known each other from the very first glance of acquaintances to this point of commitment. From that moment, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were had riding in a car, over a meal, or sat on the sofa at home. All those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. And those talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe. And all those promises that are unspoken. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we have promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant all of it, every single word.
Oh, here we go.
Karl and Anda, do you promise to laugh with each other, go on adventures together, support each other during life's tough moments, be proud of each other, grow old together, and find new reasons to love each other every day?
We do.
Do you vow to laugh, for real, at each other's joke, no matter how stupid or poorly told?
We do.
Do you vow to be dumb together, just plain silly? Make bad choices, eat the wrong things, take the bad turns, and then tell great stories, the same ones, forever and ever?
We do.
Do you vow to have the time of your lives until your time is done?
We
We
do.
do.
Do you promise to love each other, honour each other, but not obey each other, because that's just creepy?
We do.
Do you promise to continue to make your friends jealous of your amazing relationship?
Damn straight.
We do.
Okay. Karl, will you take Anda to be your partner in life? Will you love and respect her, be honest with her, and stand by her through whatever may come so that you can genuinely share your life together?
I will.
Please repeat after me.
Fantastic. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Karl William Wagenfeller, take you, Anda Louise Mundy, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Fantastic.
My turn.
Okay, Anda, will you take Karl to be your partner in life?
It's time for me
Will
to
you
go.
love and respect him, be honest with him, and stand by him through whatever may come, so that you can genuinely share your life together?
I will.
Okay, Anda, repeat
Yes.
after me.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Anda Louise Mundy,
Take you, Karl William Wagenfeller,
to take you, Karl William Wagenfeller,
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
Okay. Now, guys, we have a little surprise that the kids have got for you. So, Bethany, would you like the microphone? Do you want me to take those flowers?
Oh, Olivia. That's Olivia.
Oh, sorry, Olivia. Olivia, take the centre stage. And the boys, do you want to join her?
didn't know about this.
I don't know about this either.
Yeah.
Just stand behind her. You don't have to join. She can be the star.
Stand behind her.
We all have to do it, apparently.
All right, take it away, Olivia.
Hey, not giving up today. Not forgetting my way.
Did you know this?
No, I didn't.
I will get back up again. Oh, not again.
No, something goes a little wrong.
If something goes a little wrong,
Go ahead and bring it on.
go ahead and bring it on. If you're not ready, I will get back up again.
Did not know about that.
I didn't know about that either.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Can you put that in your pocket?
Sure.
You're welcome. Thanks, mate.
Okay, so having expressed their intentions to spend the rest of their lives together, Karl and Anda have chosen to embody that commitment in rings that they will each wear. There are many metaphors for the wedding ring: an unbroken circle, a gift of valuable metal, a token of one's love. I like to think of it as something that represents another person that is with you at all times, the comforting presence of your other half. BJ, could you please hand the ring to Karl to give to your mum?
Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Thank you, BJ.
Thank you, BJ.
All right, Karl, place the ring on Anda's finger and repeat after me.
Anda, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Let it be a reminder that I'm always by your side.
Let it be a reminder that I'm always by your side.
And I will always be your partner.
And I'll always be your partner.
Come on, mate. It's a bit tight.
Bit tight.
Come on, stop.
Got to get it on. Is that the right way?
Listening now.
Okay, Mason, could you please hand the ring to Anda to give you?
Which one has it gone?
That one.
That one.
Watch out, guys. Watch out.
Anda, please place the ring on Karl's finger and repeat after me.
Karl, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love for you.
Let it be a reminder that I'm always by your side.
Let it be a reminder that I'm always by your side. And I'll always be your partner.
Karl and Anda, today you have spoken some very important words to each other. You have promised great things and have committed yourself to each other for a wonderful life of great promise, excitement and love. Live life fully. Love its changes and choices. Let life amaze you and bring you great joy. Laugh with each other and at each other. But don't forget that the joy that today has brought you and the joy you bring each other. Always remember the love you feel as you stand here today hand in hand. Now before we do the next bit, we've had a small request from Olivia. Would you like to use the microphone and tell everybody what that request is, or should I tell them? Okay. So Olivia has a condition. Do you guys just want to step forward a little bit? Yeah. Olivia had a condition for Karl and Anda getting married. And that condition was that she's happy for her mum and Karl to get married on the one condition, and that is that you all close your eyes when they have the kiss. Because it's just gross to watch two adults have a kiss. Yeah? Okay, babe. All right. And with that, it is my true honour and greatest pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Now everybody close those eyes, no peeking. You may now seal the deal with a kiss.
Love you.
Done.
Yeah.
All right.
You put this on the wrong way.
You look.
Good.
All right, guys. So Karl and Amanda will now sign the marriage registry, and I'd like to invite their 2 witnesses, Scott and Amelia, to also join us. Take this opportunity as an opportunity. Go and get another wine if you need one. Because we're going to charge our glasses when the couple have finished. And just to let you know, we're going to have a big group photograph afterwards, but we're going to do it around this love sign. And so once they walk back down the aisle to be congratulated by you all, we're going to have to get the people sitting here to just shuffle over so that we can move some of the furniture and the love sign in so we can stand in and around it. We'll just be aware of that in the next couple of moments. All right, guys, go and grab another wine or a beer or whatever it is that you drink, and we'll be with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cried my eyes out heaps of times. Then I looked at your face and I was like, it's not bad.
Thank you.
Oh, baby.
Thank you, rat bag. Love you. All right.
Well done, buddy.
Thanks, Jack.
Just comes in the
Get Amanda to sign next to you. Here's your official certificate.
So keep that one just to this way a little bit, just so we don't get the shot on.
Yep. So we've got bridegroom and bride. Done it, guys.
Hang on, can we move it into the light? Like
Yep.
that? Yeah, that's better. Can I turn it? Yeah.
Got all the shots that you want right then.
I'll do one with your hands. Oh, is this one finished now? We got witnesses.
I'll get all the witnesses, but
Once it's fully signed,
I'll come back and do another post one. Okay. Cool, you guys are done.
All right.
Stand up and pop it to the side.
Amelia was just joking.
Scott to sit down.
Oh, we sitting? Stand inside. Ollie, do you want to hold these back?
Scott, you sign 2 times on that one.
Alright, you made your own. Do you need my ID?
No,
It's good to see your signature's just as short as mine, mate.
Done.
Yeah.
Done it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all your work.
That's all right.
It's been
Yeah,
really good.
I was running around everywhere. I didn't know where to be. There was so much happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good you got a videographer as well to capture all the other angles. And
Yeah.
it's good.
do you want Andrew and Karl to sit back down?
Yes.
Anda. Let's get a photo.
Alright, I've got to go back.
I need to find
Close that line.
Yeah.
I can marry anyone now. We can take that one away. So, just line up and face this way.
Standing right in the front.
Yep.
Come and stand next to Mama.
Roll. I got it.
Anyway, back there. And then if you just want to put your hands here and your ring hand. Yep.
Look at your rings, guys.
I might put this.
Do you want the kids in the shot?
Well, just these guys for this shot, and then
That's just feeling a wee bit sick. She's got a little drink.
Okay, just come over here, Dad.
Come over here, so
A bit sick,
there.
is she?
Just feeling a little bit sick.
yeah,
That's a big day.
Thank you.
actually, I'll do one of you guys. Do we forwards close?
Yes.
Oh, we love this. This is our new thing. Okay, everybody, you've all got a glass of wine. Could you please raise your glasses and join me in a toast and celebration? And welcome for the very first time as husband and wife, the newly married couple, Karl and Amanda.
Thank you, baby.
All right.
Do you want it? No? Leave it there?
Can I have a drink?
Yeah.
Are we going?
I guess so.
Go say your name.
Yeah. Hey, now run. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See you, big.
You're not meant to be drinking yet.
Oh, not for me. Yeah.
Ah,
It's a razor in your fave.
Oh, I thought it was sold out.
I've kept some aside for you.
Oh, you're a legend.
yeah. Nice.
It's amazing.
Amanda spoke to the kids.
Yeah.
Said, look, there's going to be no reading. Is there anything you want to do? And Ollie's gone, I want to sing. I want to sing.
Congratulations, darling. Congratulations.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate.
Proud of that.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you, too. Congratulations. Thanks, mate.
Someone's on my dress. Go.
Sorry.
Someone's on my dress. Don't go.
All right.
Get off your dress.
Zagging.
Already.
Thanks, mate.
3 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Now let's get drunk. I could have choked there.
It's a good one.
Thank you for singing. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. Oh, that's...
Charlie, you have to have the same. There you go.
Thanks for coming. I didn't think you were going to make it.
You misunderstood what I was saying, yeah.
I'm happy you're here. Means a lot.
It does.
Yeah, of course I don't miss it.
You cannot miss your wedding.
Well, you should have been clearer on the phone call. For fuck's sake.
I apologise for not earlier.
Well, as soon as he said, I'm sorry.
Before everyone else bombards. Get him.
Oh, sorry, Beck.
I've got
Hold on, it's a selfie. No, I mean,
I can't see. Put your nose in the road, Greg. So I got some shade.
just don't want to step on Andy's dress.
Here we go.
Oh, go.
Gorgeous. Oh, congratulations.
Are you serious? You want me to step in?
Bloody nut.
Who was it?
Just put your black shit on my face. You wouldn't know. How long ago did we call it?
But later.
Mind you, it's just going to have my seriously. I know I have to congratulations. And go. Fix me. Can't fix it. Oh, shit. We can go back that way. I have seriously got the right side. Oh, mate. Yeah. I already did it. Oh, look, you can see him through the dress. I just want to go like, hey, how about making my bacon beans? Hi guys, you're at my wedding. Bye. I got married. Thanks for inviting us. I hope you those hands are a wedding gift. Happy birthday! Well, don't worry about that.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming. Thanks for having a great birthday. BJ, you're great. So good. Hands for hands, BJ.
Yes, I have.
Carl, we're going to get you.
I've got heaps of them.
Absolutely beautiful. Congratulations.
I really adore it.
Oh, there you go. You can have a bit.
This place is unbelievable. I've ever been to. Because it's like 360 degrees amazing.
And inside.
You guys are mixed
You two are going to talk about how long you use.
Yeah, if you like to pull down that. Save some for Karl.
Down the front.
Well done. Oh dear, well done, mate. You did the congratulations. Yeah.
You will stop. I forgot about the allergy.
I'm a loose cannon, but I'm alright. No. I took life this year.